Hi, this is JR Biasi. I have a video here for you to show you how to set up your own theme for your blog. Now, the theme is probably the first thing I set up on a blog just to get everything going. Um, Among other things, it lets you brand yourself a little bit better. It lets you stand out from the default. I'll show you what I have right here now is currently just the default theme with nothing on it. So this is what happens when you install WordPress and don't do anything with it. It just looks like this. Got this basic, heading over here with the one column on the side that you can, customize as well. But you probably have the majority of blogs out there that have this, which it gets kind of boring. Everybody has the same look and feel, and then you don't have any individuality. So my preference is to use a theme. So if we go back, where you get to your themes is under the Appearance tab here. Um, in the past, when you installed WordPress, you used to have to go out to the web and look for your own themes, download them to your computer, and then once you had them on your computer, you would extract them and then upload them to your web host before you could even install them. So there's a lot of hoops to jump through to actually get a theme working. Now with the most recent versions of WordPress, you can actually do this from within the dashboard, so you don't have to worry about going out and doing all those extra steps to get the themes installed. So what you do is you go into Appearance, as I said, and then you go to Add New Themes. So then you have the ability to search for the features you're looking for. So the only thing I really worry about here personally is the columns. If you want one column where it's just a straight blog post down the middle with nothing else around it, you can use that. Two columns has one like menu bar on the side with the content next to it. I prefer three columns. There's a couple different ways this can be done, which we'll see in some of the examples. But what I like is to have three columns, one of my blog posts, and then two next to it that have other things, whether it's categories or comments or things like that. There's always stuff to put on the side there. So this gives me plenty of room to play around with what I want to put in my blog. So then there's other things you can look at here. If you want a subject, the subject is not very useful for most people, but if you have a holiday themed blog or a seasonal blog or photo blog, you might have some use for these. But I usually just use the column numbers. And you can also add some other text here as to what other types of terms you want to use. Okay, so you're going to come up with a search result. As you can see here, there's about 39 pages worth of themes that come up with three columns. So you can either go through them all if you have a lot of free time, but I just kind of skim through them and look for something that looks interesting. So what we'll start with is actually a theme right near the top here that I like. So we're going to hit the preview on it. Preview takes you out of that little thumbnail into like a more, a bigger view of what the site's going to look like. So this one looks pretty interesting to me, so I'm probably going to use this. So I'll close out of here, and I will go to install. And then you hit install now on this page. It's going to show you kind of a status. And as you can see, it kind of jumps through unpacking the package, installing the theme, and then successfully install the theme. This is what you would have to have done manually prior to this, using your own computer to unpack it and then upload it. So now that we've done that, we can hit preview here, and this is actually going to show us a live preview of the theme on our own site. So since there's nothing really here, it's not that impressive, but you have the look of if you have all your posts, you'd be able to see what it would look like without actually making that change to your blog. So this looks pretty good to me, so I'm going to close that, and I'm going to hit activate. If I didn't like it at that point, I could actually go back to the theme installer, search for something else, but it looks good to me, so I'll activate it. Okay, so now the theme is activated. It gives you a nice little message up here saying this theme supports widgets. So go to the widgets page to configure them. I will explain more about widgets in the next video, but basically widgets give you some little modules that you can put on the page without having to write any code or kind of modify the theme and be able to customize it even further. So what we'll do right now is I'll just show you what this looks like. And this is now live. This site, when you go to on the web, this is what it looks like now. It's not like a preview, it's actually the production live site. So it looks pretty good to me, and that's the first step I take when customizing my blog. So we'll move on from here, and I will show you some other cool things like widgets.